Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're jumping right into a fresh stack of sources all about the really impactful stuff happening in AI right now.
Lots going on, as always.
Absolutely. Our mission, cut through the noise, pull out the important bits, and maybe find some surprising things about where AI is actually heading.
Yeah, looking beyond the headlines.
Exactly. We've got new image generators, chatbot growth. It's huge, and some big moves from the tech giants.
A real mix.
It is. You're basically getting the shortcut to knowing what's up.
Okay.
Let's unpack it. So kicking things off with something, well, definitely boundary pushing, Elon Musk's XAI. They've rolled out Grok Imagine.
Yes, the new image and video generator.
That's the one. It's live now for Super Grok and Premium Plus X subscribers on the iOS app specifically.
Okay, so starting on mobile.
Yep. And staying true to Musk's whole unfiltered thing with Grok, this generator lets users create some, well, let's call it spicy content.
Spicy. I think I know where this is going.
Huh? Probably. Yeah. Grok Imagine, it promises text or images into 15-second videos with audio. It has this spicy mode.
And spicy means?
It specifically allows partial female nudity. Now, we should say there are limits. We tried some, really spicy brops.
For journalistic purposes, of course.
Of course, and mostly got blurred, moderated stuff. But we did manage to get some semi-nude images generated.
Interesting. So some guardrails, but not the same ones everyone else has.
Seems like it. Even AI has its very specific creative limits, I guess. Maybe that's good for now.
Maybe so. What's striking, though, is that this isn't totally out of the blue for XAI, right?
What do you mean?
Well, just last month, they put out that raunchy, hypersexualized anime AI companion. There's kind of a pattern emerging here.
Right. I remember that.
So it feels like they're using this sort of controversy, this free speech absolutist idea, to find their niche, in a market where everyone else is playing it super cautious.
Betting on shock value, maybe?
Kind of feels like it, yeah. Betting it attracts a certain crowd. Which makes you wonder, is unfiltered AI really sustainable, or is it just a provocative phase?
That is a fascinating question, because we saw with Grok itself, didn't we? It was entertaining until it wasn't.
Exactly. Until it started spewing hateful, anti-Semitic, misogynistic stuff.
So, given that history, you have to ask, is launching a spicy mode like this, is it responsible?
It really puts the spotlight on corporate responsibility in AI, doesn't it? You got innovation on one side, user demand maybe.
And potential disaster on the other.
Pretty much. That potential for societal fallout. And we saw hints of this coming, remember? CNBC scooped the spicy mode story last week.
Right, after that XAI employee, Madi Roy, posted about nudity capabilities on X.
Yeah, in a post that then got deleted pretty quickly.
Tell you something. We should also mention the limitations they do have.
Yeah.
Like with celebrities.
Oh, yeah. What happened there?
Well, we tried again purely for research to get an image of a pregnant Donald Trump. No dice.
Huh. What did it give you instead?
Just images of Trump holding a baby or standing next to a pregnant woman. So some lines they won't cross, apparently.
Interesting. So quality-wise, how does it stack up? It's aiming high, right? Competed with OpenAI, Google DeepMind, Runway.
It is aiming high, but honestly, it's early days. The quality, especially for humans, it's a bit uncanny valley.
Yeah, I saw descriptions like waxy-looking skin, kind of cartoonish.
That sums it up pretty well, but on the plus side, it's fast. Images pop up in seconds from text.
Okay, speed is definitely a factor.
And it keeps auto-generating as you scroll, which is neat. The interface is actually really smooth, very intuitive.
And Musk says it'll get better every day.
He did. So speed and this unfiltered approach, that seems to be their angle in this very crowded space.
Sets them apart, for sure. For better or worse.
Right. So we've just seen AI pushing creative boundaries, sometimes into controversial territory. But these models, they need fuel, right? They need data, loads of it.
An insatiable appetite for data.
Exactly. And that brings us right to the next big challenge, the whole ethics battle around data acquisition, which brings us to Perplexity.
The web scraping accusations. Yeah, this is a big one.
It really is. Cloudflare, the big internet infrastructure company, they've basically accused Perplexity of scraping content from websites that explicitly said, "Don't scrape us."
That's a pretty direct accusation. Cloudflare laid out in their research that they saw Perplexity, quote, ignore blocks and hide its crawling and scraping activities.
Hiding it? How?
They say Perplexity was trying to obscure its identity, basically trying to circumvent the website's preferences. This isn't just technical back and forth.
No, it feels bigger.
It's like one of the first major battles over digital ownership in the AI age. The outcome here could really reshape how the internet works for creators and publishers. Can they gatekeep their data or not?
So how did Perplexity allegedly get around these blocks? Cloudflare got specific, didn't they?
They did. They said Perplexity changed its bot's user agent, that's like its digital ID, to pretend it was Google Chrome on a Mac. And they also apparently changed their autonomous system networks, their ASNs, which identify the network they're coming from, basically trying to cover their tracks.
And the scale of this.
Cloudflare said they saw this across tens of thousands of domains, with millions of requests per day. They used machine learning and network signals to sort of fingerprint this specific crawler.
Wow, so they could spot it even when it was trying to disguise itself.
That's the claim, which raises that huge question. How do publishers protect their stuff when AI wants it so badly?
Perplexity's response, though, they pushed back hard.
They did.
Hmm?
Their spokesperson, Jesse Dwyer, called Cloudflare's blog post a sales pitch
A sales pitch, okay.
and claimed the screenshots didn't show any content being accessed and even denied owning the specific bot Cloudflare named.
So is there maybe something to that? Could Cloudflare be pushing its own stuff here? They sell blocking tools, right?
Well, it's always smart to consider motivations. Cloudflare is a security company. They do sell services to stop scraping. That's true. But their counter-evidence seems pretty strong. They say this whole thing started because their customers complained first.
Ah, okay.
Customers saying Perplexity was scraping them despite blocks. So Cloudflare ran tests, confirmed it, and then went public. They've since delisted Perplexity's bots and added new ways to block them.
And Cloudflare's been pretty vocal about AI crawlers generally, haven't they?
Very vocal. They launched that marketplace for sites to charge AI scrapers. And their CEO, Matthew Prince, basically warned that AI is breaking the business model of the internet, especially for publishers.
This isn't even the first time Perplexity's been accused of this kind of thing, is it?
No, last year, Wired and others accused them of plagiarizing content.
Right, and there was that interview where their CEO, Ervin Srinivas, seemed to struggle a bit defining plagiarism.
Yeah, that didn't help their case. All paints a picture of the growing pains around AI and data ethics.
Definitely growing pains. But amidst all these challenges and debates, there's also this just explosive adoption happening. Let's switch gears to that.
The success stories.
Exactly. Starting with ChatGPT, the numbers are just, wow.
They're pretty wild.
Okay, get this. ChatGPT is apparently on track to hit 700 million weekly active users this week.
700 million weekly.
Weekly. That's up from 500 million just at the end of March. It's like 4x growth since last year.
Yeah.
What surprised you most about that? The sheer number, or maybe how fast it happened after they added images?
I think it's the combination. But that speed after the image feature launched is just incredible. A lot of that growth seems tied directly to that upgrade.
The GPT-4 powered one back in March.
That's the one. The adoption was unbelievably fast. They said something like 130 million users made over 700 million images in just a few days.
Wow.
It shows it wasn't just a gimmick. It was something people really wanted and used immediately.
And it's not just free users, right? Businesses are paying, too.
Right. Paying business users are up to 5 million now. That was 3 million back in June. Significant jump.
So people are actually using it, too, not just trying it once.
Definitely engaged. Sensor Tower, the market intelligence firm, they reported users average over 12 days a month on the app.
More than 12 days? That's a lot.
Yeah, apparently only behind Google and X in frequency. And in the first half of this year, people were spending about 16 minutes a day on it.
So sticking around.
Yeah, deep engagement. As one OpenAI VP put it on X, they're trying to make it more useful and deliver on their mission so everyone can benefit from AI. These numbers suggest they're making serious headway. It's moving from novelty to real utility for a massive audience.
Okay, so speaking of massive audiences and tech giants, let's talk Apple.
Ah, Apple. Always interesting to see their moves in AI.
Especially since they're usually pretty cautious, right?
Right.
But now it looks like they might be developing their own AI answer engine. That feels like a big step for them.
It does. Mark Gurman at Bloomberg broke this. Apparently, Apple formed a new team.
What's it called?
Reportedly, it's called Answers, Knowledge, and Information.
Doesn't leave much doubt about the focus, does it?
Not really. The goal seems to be building a ChatGPT-like app or an answer engine, something that can answer questions using web info.
So competing directly with Google Search, Perplexity, ChatGPT.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It signals Apple wants to play more directly in that generative AI search space, not just integrate other companies' tools. It's about embedding AI deeper into their own ecosystem.
And where might this show up? A new app or inside existing stuff?
Could be either or both. Maybe a standalone app, maybe powering search within Siri or Safari, making them smarter.
And we're seeing hints of this in their hiring.
Yeah, that seems to confirm it. They're specifically advertising jobs looking for people with experience in search algorithms and engine development. Lines up perfectly.
Makes sense.
And context-wise, it feels like a necessary move for Apple.
Right.
They put ChatGPT into Siri, okay,
Oh,
but that more personal, truly AI-powered Siri update keeps getting delayed.
repeatedly delayed, yeah.
Plus, you've got the whole situation with Google's antitrust laws. What happens to that big search deal Apple has with Google? An in-house answer engine suddenly looks strategically vital for Apple long-term.
So thinking about your own daily routine, your phone, your laptop, what could a native Apple AI engine actually feel like, especially from Apple with their focus on privacy and integration?
That's the really interesting question, isn't it? How they blend capability with their usual polish and privacy promises.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground today in this deep dive, a real whirlwind.
Definitely.
We started with XAI and Grok. Imagine that cutting-edge, sometimes controversial generative stuff.
The spicy side of AI.
Right. Then we got into that data sourcing battle with Perplexity and Cloudflare, a fight that could really change things online.
Huge implications for digital ownership.
Then the flip side, ChatGPT's massive, undeniable mainstream growth. AI is clearly not niche anymore.
Absolutely not. It's everywhere.
And finally, looking at the big players like Apple, making strategic chess moves for their AI future.
And it's important to see how these stories connect, right? They aren't isolated incidents.
at all.
They're all different pieces of AI's really fast evolution. Each one brings up these critical questions about innovation, about ethics, user experience, even the basic business models of the internet.
Yeah, the ground is shifting really fast.
Constantly. Every development sends out ripples.
So maybe the final thought to leave everyone with is this. You've got this mix of incredible tech progress, intense corporate strategy, and these really tricky ethical questions. What does that actually mean for you, the listener? How are you going to be interacting with AI tools like next month, next year?
And maybe what are the next unintended consequences we haven't even thought of yet? Because there are always unintended consequences.
Always something to definitely mull over. We really encourage you to keep thinking about these questions and keep doing your own deep dive into this absolutely fascinating world of AI.